I'm going to show you what I'm cooking for one person, which is just some Spam that I did cut up. And I was going to finish off the sesame oil. Then I wanted to also use some soy sauce. I noticed with this, I bought it enough to know that black something, I'm not sure what. I had heated it up on 4 minutes. And yeah, I'm not sure if the battery's gonna die. I like my Spam like crispy. This is the Spam all cut up. And then this is the watermelon. And this will be the last of it. And I'm probably just gonna drink water. I'm trying to set the mood over here for what I don't know. Just testing out how it feels to have a lamp on. Just have this light on, which I'll turn off. Let's see how it looks. See what I'm trying to do? I feel like it's time to change the Brita, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish off this water, because I mean, even if it's really needed to be changed, the filter, when the water's cold, it's still good to me. So we're gonna try to drink this. This was supposed to sit for 2 minutes after. I had to sit the camera down for a second because I didn't want like the steam to come up and burn me. But yeah, like I said, I've purchased this enough to know that it's not flavorful, not as much flavor as it could be, like, which is okay, because if you kind of want something bland, not so, not so seasoned up with whatever, then that's fine. And then that way you can add whatever else seasoning you like, which is what I learned to do. I really don't like eating these chicken chunks in here. I didn't even like eating the shrimp in it, to tell you the truth. I ate it, but I don't know, I feel funny eating shrimp in a dish like this. Don't ask me why. So I'm going to take the chicken chunks out also, because I don't feel like eating those either. And just move those aside. And I'll go ahead and leave those pieces in there. You saw those pieces. I'll go ahead and leave those in there. But I'm just stirring it up to mix up put the top back on the soy sauce. So, gonna say bye. Bye. And I did have popcorn. It's not regular popcorn. I had kettle corn. And I also made more coffee, but I try to follow the real instructions how to make it this time. I can put them on. So this is cooking for one, and basically I'm using what I have because I'm pretty much out of food. So I'm down to what you see, but it's truly fine by me. I'm rhyming. What you see is truly fine by me. I like that. Put that back in its home. And then I'll get ready to change this out. The watermelon just tastes sweeter when it's cold. When it's room temp, it doesn't seem to taste that sweet. We're gonna go sit down and eat then. I'm going to go ahead and cook these carrots. It's not necessarily for my dinner tonight. And we're going to boil the carrots in there. And we're going to add in there some, seems like to me there should be something that we could add in that'll give it some flavor. How can we soup up these carrots? Here's the tahini that I was curious about. I don't even know. This doesn't expire to 2025. I'm going to figure out something to do with both of those. Only thing I know at this moment is I'm just going to cut up the carrots. That way we can preserve these, because if I don't do something, they're going to go bad. That's just simple mathematics around here when it's just you trying to eat for, trying not to waste, and especially when you're getting fresh produce. I was going to get some fresh produce tonight while I was out grocery shopping. On my way home from running errands, going to Target, going to the bank, going to Kaiser to get my prescription, going to Costco to return. I was gonna surely buy some sort of produce, but I said let me try to get a game plan first, because I don't want to be like right now just having stuff in the fridge and not knowing how to use it. So yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna turn this fire on right now too. Get that boiling, right? Gonna just cut off the ends. I'm not using the ends, but you see how I'm just gonna cut them slanted like that. That's all. You see that, right? And throw them in that water, girl. Throw them in the water, boy. Water is starting to boil there. What on earth could I have put in here? That's the thing. I wish. I'm just drawing a blank. I feel like. Okay, let's see. Would it be a good idea to add salt regardless? Because it's like almost salt goes with whatever. And this is some just Himalayan pink sea salt. Can you see that? I'll cut up some more, then I'll show you what it looks like being dumped in there. Now I feel rushed since the water's boiling, but not really. And the good thing about cooking for yourself, you know, you don't have to like consider what something's gonna ultimately taste like, because you're the one eating it. You don't have to hear nobody's complaints about something wasn't good, was good. Generally, whenever I cook, it's good, but you know, there are those times when it's just going to be whack, and that's with everybody. That one's kind of big. I'm gonna leave that one like that, and then just cut some of these just in half. So I figure, what else can go in there? Honey, salt, butter, honey. Put some butter in there. And honey. Only thing is, y'all know how I feel about honey. I can cook with it, but I just can't eat it. But if it's like in a recipe or something, just however, what's going on here? However the food is fixed, somehow I just don't taste honey. And I just think that it's so wonderful. Now, I'm going to have honey in the house for like medicine, from like making concoctions, medicine concoctions, and then also for masks and face masks. Yeah, because honey is still good for you, even though I hate the way it tastes. Oh, should I add cinnamon in there? This is kind of making me feel like making yams. I have to find ways to get rid of honey, so I mean, it it has to get used up before the expiration. So what else can I do besides use it at things? I kind of want to put hot sauce with it, but I'm not. I think I'm gonna leave that. I think that's the extent of. Seem like we ought to add something else. Should I go ahead and use this for the first time in there? I don't see anything else up in here that would be good for a good addition to it. I have rice vinegar, guys. I don't even know what rice vinegar is used for. I got it because I like the way it looked. Um, but it expires in 2025. Big Salad of Life. So this is Kiko Man. I don't even know where I got this from. Anyways, I need to look up how to use that too. So okay, I'm gonna hang around in this kitchen until this boils. So all I'm gonna do is clean up the little mess I made, and then turn the fire off and just leave it. So I will see you in the next clip. I'm just getting done washing the dishes and taking off the gloves, and I just set them in this sink to dry.
You know, give them a chance to dry, and I'll be back over to put them away. And make sure I wipe down the cabinets really good for little roachy friend that might try to visit that I don't want to see and don't plan on seeing. And I am taking precautions other than I wish I can get my place barricaded.
Turn it off now. Like, I'm gonna turn it off. Because do you figure like it did what it needs to do? For instance, I just wanted to cook so much, and I feel like it's probably gonna finish cooking. I like to use these that I got from the Dollar Tree to wipe down the cabinet at the end of the evening. Yeah, I gotta make sure I get every bit of little food particle. I don't even know how they got over here. I don't really prep over here real food, you know what I mean? So I'm not sure how that piece of carrot looking thing got over here. I'll put these back up with the intention of definitely using those by shortly, like ASAP. This I want to put where I can see it because I want to just try it. And then we're going to go ahead and put my lovely oil up here with the oils. That is the oil shelf. It's up here. When I moved in here, I feel like I just was not feeling well for like the whole 6 months. So come May-ish, I guess, my little symptoms started to disappear, and I also decided that I want to believe God for more of a healing and deliverance on whatever is going on in my body, because I get the feeling that these doctors just want to drag you along, whatever word you want to use, and never really resolve anything. Because the mucus in the back of my throat, I asked the doctor, I said specifically, like, how did I get this? And how do I get rid of it, And she looked like she didn't have no comment. So I know if that's the case, it's really not her. It's like how the medical system is set up now. They don't want you well. And then you got these doctors on YouTube that are willing to instruct you. The only thing is they people say don't. What is this? This is something, I don't even know what this is, you guys. What is this? What is this? And yeah, I just never even needed whatever that is. So I don't still need it. Like these things right here, I don't need those things. Two is a pill. Two bottles have a pill in it because I have to, well, it was for me to get an MRI and to kind of have me put me under a little because I'm claustrophobic. I feel myself talking too much, and I normally do that when I'm sleepy too. So I'm gonna go ahead and say goodnight here. And I'm gonna let that cool down and dump it in some Tupperware. And then wash the pan. And I worked hard to roach-proof this house. And I come home from work, and through my peripheral, I can see a roach in the drain. Ain't nothing, no way, no doors, cracks, nothing. Everything has been taken care of to prevent this. And I had to call my daughter and say, how are these getting in here? And she said, well, believe it or not, a roach can squeeze through the light socket. Girl, every single spare socket have tape over it. Every spare socket. And I'm aware of. Even there's one under here that goes to the garbage disposal. It's can't get enough popcorn. I'm gonna go ahead and cook this ground beef. I took out the big skillet that will hold it all. I'm gonna cook it. Wow, that was delayed. You saw that, right? I'm gonna cook it all like to almost done. And then I'm gonna take it out, put it in some Tupperware, and then I'm a portion that I'm gonna use for myself right now. I'm gonna cook it all the way with my sesame oil and whatever other ingredients I'm about to use. But like this is just so that it don't start going bad. I had it in the fridge. I didn't put it in the freezer. This is just how I brought it home. And yeah, this one is the leanest, because I felt like if you paid less, you're really still only getting not that much meat because it's so much fat. But this way, I feel like I'm gonna get less fat, like the residue or whatever you call it, like the part that just drains off of here. I'm gonna get less of that and more actual meat. So I had to weigh it out on price. Like, do I want to have more meat or have less meat and a bunch of greasy oil that I'm going to be pouring out of the pan? So all I'm doing is, like I said, gonna heat this up to the point where it's like mostly done. Then I'm I'll get the Tupperware ready. Get some Tupperware ready. And put the rest in and let it cool down kind of, and then finish that off. I have to prepare this once for one because it's already in the fridge, and you can't like freeze and thaw out meat. I think that's a general rule. I'm not sure. And for some reason, if you try to cook these all the kernels, you get burnt ones before you get a good bag where every kernel pop. So I'm having to figure out how far. This is kettle corn too. So I'm trying to figure out how many minutes to put it on before it starts to get burning, and that's a no-no for me. I took that part out, and this is the part that I'll be eating for dinner and late night. It's like around 5, so I know I'm going to be hungry a little later because this is early for me. But I did end up putting some of my favorite, and I also microwaved rice. That's what you hear in the background. The only thing about it is I was going to dump my rice into this bowl, And I was gonna put, I was gonna see how that dressing, remember that dressing, the Thai dressing that's gonna go bad? I was gonna use some of that rice to put in the bowl. And I'm gonna like put rice, meat, rice, because I'm gonna try that on some of it, because if I don't like it, I don't want my whole plate filled with that. But this, I just put the sesame oil on it in the pan, and I put a little bit of pink sea salt there, and then some, what do you call it? What did I put in there else? Oh, onion powder, garlic powder. I put it away so fast, I didn't even realize I'm just gonna try one of these, cause I'm excited about eating. And this is kind of on the dried out side. It's not like that moist or anything, but that's what makes it go good with the rice. Kind of reminds you of the texture of a meatball. When meatballs, you know, when meatballs are, what did I do with that paper towel? When meatballs are like that texture of a meatball. I mean, it is ground beef. This is not ground turkey, but it is ground beef. So kind of reminds you of a meatball texture. But I like that. I'm gonna set up the plate and then I'll let you see. You guys might think like, what is this? I'm such a simple eater, and I am not picky at all. So my food always is gonna look like, how is that gonna satisfy anybody? But it's always satisfying to me. Don't have no, oh shoot, we could add some carrots to that. I poured a little of this salad dressing inside of that to dip it in. And then I just heated up some of the carrots inside of this dish, because I felt like I don't need to waste a dish when this little microwave bowl is good enough. And these might be done to different extents, like some might be crunchier and not so crunchy, depending on the size and how long I let it cook, which I don't even remember how long I let it cook. I'm gonna eat with a spoon, but I'm gonna need a fork to try that into the dressing, because I'm like scared. I don't even know why. I'm not a saucy girl. That's why I'm not like about sauces and stuff. Oh my goodness, that is super good. Oh my goodness, it's so good. Who knew? Wow. It tastes so, I mean, this is what it is, you guys. Oh my goodness. I'm so upset that I waited down to the last minute to use that up, because it's, you know, has a very quickly approaching, so good. Wow. I think I understand the sauciness. Wow. And then I'm having my dinner with the Kirkland's Italian sparkling mineral water. That, I don't know what else. I'm gonna have to find some other things to, wow. I mean, just, you could put it on almost anything. It tastes so good. Just eating it like that. Let me see what a carrot tastes like. If I have any that are mostly done. So good. All right, I'm gonna go.